Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for passing by. Thank you so much for subscribing and thank you very much for watching my videos. You are greatly appreciated. We have all by now on the island of Jamaica have seen the news report that has went viral of a small 9-year-old girl who was brutally GRAPE and MURDERED by a man who is a former felon or is a convicted felon released from prison after serving 3 years for doing the same thing, which is GRAPE an 11-year-old girl. He served 3 years for doing that. So many persons have come out and they have been complaining that why aren't people protesting? Why aren't people blocking road? Why aren't people making a noise, sounding an alarm, try to get the attention of the Prime Minister, of the Member of Parliament? What is happening? Why, there isn't a national outcry or an outrage for this perpetrator to be brought to justice? Many persons are also protesting or speaking out, saying that they want jungle justice for him. He should not be sent to prison. Other vloggers have come out and shared the same sentiments and all of that. Persons have also spoke on the situation that took place in Guyana of recent, where a young child was also found unalive at a hotel. And after searching other places and stuff like that, including the swimming pool, there was no one found there. But when they went back there, a burnt remain of the 11-year-old girl was found, and it created a national outcry in Guyana. They are saying that many Jamaicans have stood by supporting Guyana and have stood with Guyana. So many persons are asking, why aren't more Jamaicans coming out, being vocal? The media houses, all sorts of persons in upper echelon or have a name in society for themselves. Why aren't they speaking out against this situation just the same as what took place in Guyana? Persons are also saying that when it's their gunmen or they're this or they're that, they block road, they protest, they want justice, they want this. But now when it comes to a child, an innocent 9-year-old child, nobody's blocking the road, nobody's protesting. You only see the family crying and the media house come there and speak with them, and that's it. And they sound the alarm of wanting this person to be brought to the books, who is now on the run. So I'm looking into the situation, and I remember specifically speaking on my SA case that I had, and I said to you guys while vlogging that these judges love persons who commit these crime. They love persons who commit these crime. Persons who commit crime of GRAPE, SA, all of that, when they are brought to the books and you have your day in court, you are the one who is on trial, not them. You are the one who is on trial, not them. You are the one who have to prove that the person actually committed the crime. You are the one, and you are going to be scrutinized like you are lying, like you committed the crime. Now, I know their defense attorney, whose job is to defend their client also and prove them to be not guilty. However, the person who represents you in court, who is called a prosecutor, does a very poor job. And so many cases like these, the perpetrators are usually given a not guilty verdict, or they get a mere sentence. And I spoke about this and you all thought it was a joke. Nobody even bothered to watch the video. Not many persons bothered to watch the video. I wouldn't even speak or try to highlight what video I posted it on, because it's not going to go anywhere. I spoke about this situation repeatedly. I had my case, and when I went there, I broke down many a times while in court because I was being treated. The matter was dealt with in a facetious manner. It was very disturbing. It was rather, dark, and there was no form of empathy, and I had to spoke out in court about it. You understand me? Because it was deeply affecting me. I had to go to see counseling. I did all of this. I went into depression because it was a very, very rugged and nasty moment for me, and I had to relive it over and over again. Imagine a 9-year-old sitting in court. Imagine a 10-year-old. Well, in this case, the child is no longer here, so she doesn't get her day either. She doesn't get any justice. You understand? She's not even here to be rehabilitated, to go to counseling. She's not even here to live on and be a better version of herself and become an outstanding citizen on the island of Jamaica. Her life was snuffed out. And with that being said, this is why many persons are professing jungle justice. I was told not to go to court. Persons say, okay, let's go for him. Let's go for him. They are going to go for him. And I said, I'm going to do things the right way, and I'm going to go to court. And this was the result of it. Person walked. They walk because judges love these people in Jamaica. When it comes to, it's like in their head, a man cannot rape a woman. A man cannot essay a woman. That's how a lot of these judges think, especially women. Especially women judges. In their head, they don't want to hear anything. It's almost like this guy didn't do it. It's almost like he can't do it. There's some sort of empathy, especially, and I spoke about this, especially when them and the DA or the defense attorney are friends. If they and the defense attorney are great friends, they're most likely going to win a case. And this is how it is in Jamaica. So when you're all glad and you're happy that your favorite gunman and your favorite this and your favorite that get off a case and beat, yes, remember that when you become a victim and you take the person to court, just remember that the same thing is going to play out. They are going to walk and they're going to laugh at you. This is what happens. Okay? So this guy served 3 years for SAing an 11-year-old child. 3 years. He served for SA an 11-year-old, and he's back on the street only to commit the same crime and the worse. This time, he committed murder. He unalive a child. All because a dumbass judge, a judge that support misogyny, a judge that doesn't like women. Let me be specific. A judge that doesn't like black women thought that it was okay to sentence this individual to 3 years. I spoke about in the parish of Hanover. There are so many sex offenders in that parish. And there's one specific individual, and that person is in the taxi field. I'm not sure if he still is. And I was told that this guy has so many cases. Even a law enforcement officer spoke about it. And the Transport Authority, they keep giving him a pass. You understand me? And whenever it is that he goes to court, his family find the money and they give him bail. He is granted bail all the time. And a lot of time, these victims don't show up to court, or if they do, they send him away. He's back on the street. He's doing the same thing over and over again. This is taking place in the parish of Hanover as we speak. So I'm not making stuff up. I am not making stuff up. Oftentimes, women are the ones who just walk away and allow these people to time and allow them to get away with what they are doing. Oftentimes. So now you see what it's like. Now a 9-year-old girl life was taken by an individual. Now you feel it. So you know what others are going through. And when they have their day in court and have to sit and watch these individuals walk free by these judges, or they're given some small, minute sentences, the victim have to live with that. That 11-year-old girl who he was sentenced to 3 years for, she has that to live with. And here lies another one who he unalive, thanks to a judge who thought that it was great to give him only 3 years in prison for the offense of essaying a child. So when I tell you that Jamaica is one dangerous island, it is a very wicked and evil island. I kid you not. It is a wicked and evil island. It's like if I like this person, it's okay for them to get away also. But once it's someone that I don't like or someone unpopular, then they should be brought to the books. All individuals should be brought to the books once a crime like this has been committed, and they should get the lengthy sentence. They should get a lengthy sentence. But it's not like that. Unfortunately, there is some sort of mental leniency that these judges walk with, or I don't know if they're coached in giving these men light sentences for GRAPE, SA. They are given light sentences. There was a case of a pastor who was given some sort of suspended sentence because of inappropriately touching a 13-year-old. And and persons who are coming out and was speaking out and asking what exactly is it that the judge is doing. He was given a suspended sentence for this. And persons were looking at the judge sideways like, what the hell is happening here? This is the world that we live in, on the island wherein it's okay. It's okay to do these things to women. Because they're just going to get away. They can just get a lawyer who has a name and put them on the case to defend them. And they just walk. They just walk like it's nothing. My heart goes out to the family. My heart goes out to the family. And it's very unfortunate that it took something like this for people to wake up and see what is actually taking place on the island, that these persons are loved by judges. These persons are loved by judges. So the same way they have laws that were adjusted or amended for criminals caught with illegal gun, this, that, and the third, they need to have some laws that are amended or adjusted for persons who sit on the benches. A lot of them need to be removed. A lot of them are anti-women. They're anti-girls. And so when these persons are accused of certain crime, in their head, it was never committed. And they allow these attorneys to badger the victims in court. They allow the attorneys to drill the victims in court until they decide that they're not going to continue with it or they're going to leave it. And force you to have inaccuracies so that they can throw it out. It happens. These things happen. I've been a victim of it. These things happen. The victim is the one on trial, not the person who is accused. The victim is the one on trial. Like I said, I'm very sorry that this happened to the family. But this is a wake-up for Jamaica. This is a wake-up for Jamaica. This is a wake-up for lawmakers. This is a wake-up for you guys to see what you are doing. And this is a wake-up for Jamaicans to see what we have dealing with when it comes to the justice system. That's all I have to say. Thank you so much for your time. God bless you. Bye-bye.